Hey everybody, I'm Keon from Print3D, and today we're going to be making a product for everyone's favorite web slinger, Spider-Man. We're making an adorable Spider-Man necklace in honor of Marvel Infinity Wars. So without any further ado, let's get started. Of course, the first thing we did was open Fusion 360 and got to work. To get started, we need to make sure that we have a good reference photo. Luckily, we found a great reference photo of the logo on Spider-Man's chest. We'll use that for the logo in this project. Just like last week, we need to make sure that our reference photo is right on the origin because we're going to be using polygons and shapes to create our 3D model of the logo. Now that everything's lined up, let's start drawing out the logo. What we're going to do is trace one side of the logo and then mirror it on that center axis line that we drew. The first shape that we drew was an ellipse. That's kind of like an elongated circle. From there we moved on to the body and just traced around the general shape of the abdomen. Now that we have the general body shape, we can move on to the legs. The legs have a really rigid and robotic look, so to make sure that the inside and the outside of the leg designs look exactly the same, we're going to draw a line on the center of each leg, and then from there use the offset tool. We used the offset tool last week, but the main use of it this week is to make sure that each of the legs looks exactly the same on both sides. So what we're going to do is take that center line, use the offset tool, and go left and right of that center line. That'll create a perfect design for each leg. Now that we've drawn each leg, let's make sure to finish it off. We just need to take the line tool and trace out the top and the bottom of each leg. After that, we'll be good to go. That right side is looking really good. Now the only thing left to do is use the mirror tool. The mirror tool just makes it so that everything that's highlighted gets mirrored along an axis. As soon as we selected this photo as our canvas, we made sure to draw that line in the exact middle so that we can mirror everything to the right onto the left side of the drawing. And bing bang boom, we got a pretty good logo going. Now we just need to extrude it, but to make it look better, we're going to do something a little different. What we're going to do is we're going to extrude it a little bit more and use the angular extrusion. The angular extrusion is kind of like a chamfer. That means it's going to turn any harsh edges into a slant. By doing that, it makes the logo look a little bit more put together and a little bit more futuristic. After we've done that for all the top edges, this logo's looking great. Let's just add a little ring to the top so people can hang it from wherever they want. And wow, this logo's looking incredible. But if you look closely, there's definitely something missing. Each of the legs and the body aren't connected. That's a big problem when you're 3D printing, because if you printed it right now, each of those 5 parts, the 4 legs and the body, would be completely separated, and when you pull it off the build plate, they wouldn't be connected at all. What we need to do is make a little thin connection that'll draw them all together. To make sure that the support piece doesn't get in the way, we're going to be making it a thin layer at the very bottom. So if you're looking at the model at an angle, you can't really see it. And there you go, our Spider-Man necklace is ready for the printer. Now let's send it over to Cura and see what it looks like. Now that we're in Cura, let's load in the file. Whoops, that's way too small. Guess we didn't measure too well when we were modeling, but that's no problem. In Cura, you can use the scale tool to scale your model up or down, or make it bigger or smaller. This is really useful if you want to change the size of your model, but don't want to go back into your 3D modeling software. What we're going to do is we're going to measure out how big we want the necklace to be. I'd say 3 inches should do it. After converting that, we see that that's 76.2 millimeters. Now that we've scaled it up to the size that we want, we can take a look at the overall model. Honestly, I think it looks a little tall. We can change that by going into the scale tool and changing only one of the 3 dimensions. Instead of doing X, Y, and Z, we can do X, Y, or Z by taking that lock icon and turning it off. By doing that, we can now influence the Y-axis without changing the X and the Z-axis. Or in other words, we can make it look more cartoony and short. Now that looks much better. I think it's ready for the printer. So let's take a look at it while it's printing.
Is he strong? Listen, buddy, he's got radioactive blood. Can he swing from a thread? Take a look overhead. Hey there goes the Spider-Man. In the chill of night, at the scene of a crime, like a streak of light, he arrives just in time. Spider-Man, Spider-Man, friendly neighborhood Spider-Man. Wealth and fame he's ignored, action is his reward. Look out, here comes the Spider-Man.
Whoa, guys, do you feel that? I think it's our Spidey sense, and it's telling me that this is a great product. I'm really excited how it turned out. Thank you so much for watching, and thanks to Michael Bublé for giving us his awesome voice. If you like this product, check it out on our Etsy, and follow us on Instagram. Special shout out to Instagram user Undead Astro and Facebook user Corey Myers. On Monday, we released a mysterious image of this product, and they guessed it right. Both of you will be receiving a free Spider-Man necklace from Print3D LLC. If you want a chance to participate in one of our frequent giveaways, make sure to follow us on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. And don't forget to like, share, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel. And don't forget, have a great day and stay inspired.